This is the time of year when people start to think about making changes in their lives, and with the new year sometimes comes resolutions to kick an addiction. So we want to talk about that because that's something that's hard, and this is a time of year when people feel like maybe it's time for a new start. So I want to welcome in Trent Stephenson from Solutions Recovery. So let's talk about this because this is the time when maybe someone's thinking, okay, I need to make a change, but they don't know where to start. And there's so many different addictions. I mean, people think of addictions, they probably think of like a drug addiction or an alcohol addiction, but there's a lot of different kinds. What defines an addiction?
An addiction is something that it creates a lot of anxiety if you try and quit it. You're not able to have that control where it's easily just put off. Something that without it in your life, it's not manageable. Life's just unmanageable.
Okay. So a lot of it is substance abuse, but what are the other kinds that maybe aren't the ones that you would think of off the top of your head, but are very common? I know eating disorders can cause addictions. I mean, would you consider that an addiction?
I definitely consider eating disorders an addiction.
Okay.
There's a number of them. A lot of behavioral addictions, they affect the brain in the same way. Mm-hmm. You do something, your brain has a response to it, and that response becomes so ingrained that it just becomes part of a routine, and your brain and your life
you almost can't live
without it. Yeah.
So let's talk about trying to kick that addiction. If I'm someone who's trying to make a change in the new year, is this a good time of year to try to do that? I mean, do you see a lot?
It's the best time.
Okay.
You're motivated. And when you're motivated, you're able to make a plan that's going to help you hopefully be successful down the road. When the motivation's not as strong, maybe when it's February and not January, and you're ready to make the changes.
Okay, but the hard part is keeping that resolution, and I think this is true with any resolution. Yeah. You want to go to the gym, you see the gym fills up in January, and then it looks like it did in the summertime come March. So what do you do to keep those resolutions to kick the addiction?
Well, when you set a plan in place, you do more than just find out what you want to do. You get an education on the different things that have to do with that.
Okay.
So you're going to go to the gym. What are you going to do there? What's the plan? Maybe look at some workouts. Maybe? Yeah. And also, who are you going with? Who's going to hold you accountable?
Okay.
That's a big part of doing this.
And I know going to the gym is a lot different than trying to kick an addiction, but you can kind of look at it in the same way. Set little goals, find something or someone to hold you accountable, and baby steps.
Yeah, I think your biggest milestone has to be today.
Right.
And always get through today, and tomorrow will come.
That is very true with anything. I would agree. Thank you, Trent, so much for coming on from Solutions Recovery. We appreciate it. Crystal, back to you.
Some encouraging words for sure. Thank you, Trent. We appreciate you for coming by, and hopefully somebody was listening to that message. All right.